Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you an NFL matchup in the AFC between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. Now, the Browns almost took one on the chin last week against the Carolina Panthers. So one thing about that offense that you have to look at, Jake Delhomme has to make sure he keeps protecting the football. He gave away a pick six last week against Carolina. So if Jake Delhomme is going to be back there, you have to make sure you simplify the offense by giving him only one or two reads, which usually should be the short read, so that way he doesn't have to take those chances deep down the field to make plays. Now, to his credit, one thing about Jake Delhomme that I really love about his passing, he can hit the heck out of a slant pass. So keep him running those slant routes, and that way you take advantage of his strengths, because if you allow him to try to read the coverage and effectively throw the football down the field with some consistency, he can throw interceptions. So you want to keep it simple. Now, if Colt McCoy is going to be back there, then all bets are off. You got to let him run the offense. You got to keep him in that spread formation that's going to neutralize that pass rush of the Miami Dolphins. And because the Dolphins want to get after the quarterback, and you don't want to have a guy like Jake Delhomme back there facing pressure, because what Jake will do is throw the football up for grabs, and it will be an interception. So one thing you want to do this week, front load that run game with Peyton Hillis. This is a guy that's going to mash on this defensive front of the Miami Dolphins, because you guys have a nasty offensive line, one of the best O-lines in the AFC. You guys can get aggressive in the run game. You guys are physical. You guys got good hand placement in the run aspect for your offensive linemen. So keep that run game front heavy this week against the Dolphins. Now, defensively, Chad Henne showed some things last week that was impressive. So you have to keep up your defensive pressure on this guy. Force him to make those errant passes. Keep the pressure turned up throughout the game. Do not get lax. You guys got laxed against the Carolina Panthers, and they were effectively able to stay in the football game because you guys eased up off the pressure. Keep your foot on the gas defensively. Now, you look at the Dolphins coming to the game. Henne has to have a repeat performance. Maybe the benching put a fire under him, so he got in there and played exceptionally well. So it's up to you guys right now to continue to play sound football consistently. Ricky Williams made a big play, a lot of consistent plays. You guys ran the heck out of the football. 40 carries, 20 carries between each back. That's the key to success, guys. The pressure of the Cleveland Browns can get weakened if you can consistently make plays in the run game. So you don't want to get pass happy. That is the reason why Henne had success, because you didn't put it all on his shoulders. He had the balance of a run game to keep this defense off, and he was able to make those passes to keep the chains moving. That has to be the same game plan this week against the Cleveland Browns. Now, defensively, you have two options. Number one, if Jake Delhomme is back there, turn up the heat, keep the pressure coming, force Jake Delhomme to make plays in that secondary. Now, if Colt McCoy is back there, you guys have to play contained. You want to keep him in the pocket, keep him bottled up, because if you guys allow McCoy to get out the pocket, he has speed to keep the chains moving, he has the legs to keep the first downs going, and to keep this offense on pace. So defensively, guys, it depends on who's going to be back there at quarterback. But one thing you can do is roll coverage to Ben Watson. Take away Ben Watson. That's the number one target of both Delhomme and Colt McCoy. So you want to take away Ben Watson, force these wide receivers like Robisky and Massaquoi to make plays consistently in the passing game. Even though Robisky runs great routes, he doesn't have the deep speed, so he's going to be Mr. Consistency on the short to intermediate route. So if you could play effective coverage, bracket him inside, high-low him, and that we could take away that passing game. And you're going to force Massaquoi to make plays consistently deep down the field, because if you could take away Benjamin Watson and play high-low on Robisky, now you put the pressure on Massaquoi to consistently get deep down the field, and you guys have some aggressive corners to make plays on the football. I'm going with Miami in this game. I think the Dolphins are going to come in and play sound football offensively and defensively. I know they're going to cause disruption for whomever is going to be back there at quarterback, because they have the ability to play defense. And one thing about the Dolphins in stopping the run, they have the right attitude. Sometimes they get over aggressive, so they have the right attitude to stop the run. So they're going to slow down Peyton Hillis this week, and they're going to force the quarterbacks of the Browns, whoever's going to be back there, into third and long situations in which they're going to have to make plays consistently. For more NFL coverage, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan.